Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. Uh, I just have been in worship and just reverence for God. God is so amazing, and I literally could not sleep. Like I got woke up this morning and I just worship and praise songs were just going through my mind, and I was just thinking over the last few years and how good God has been to me. Just how good God has been when I haven't done anything to deserve it. Just continue to show up and being so faithful to me. And I always say it, but I just constantly keep repeating it. Like, I'm in awe of God. I'm in awe of God. And let me fix this. I was just telling God like how grateful I am and how much I appreciate him, and just things were flashing in my mind about like how God has to work around this. Like, I've been talking to God and doing my best to be obedient, but we still are in flesh. Like, I still have problems that I want to solve in my own strength. Like, that's my first instinctual thing to do, is try to figure it out. And just in this time, like, I done had the opportunity to come to Senegal, and I've just been in a rest that I couldn't have got at home. Just the hospitality I've received with not having to do anything, nothing. Okay, no cooking, no cleaning, no laundry, no nothing. Like, everything has been taken care of for me. And I've been in a state of rest that I wouldn't have given myself grace to do. You know, I wouldn't have felt comfortable doing if I was at home. And God knew that. This trip, it originally should have happened 3 years ago, and then it was supposed to happen last year, and then it was supposed to happen in February. It happened right when it needed to. But that's God's divine timing. You know, things will align with how it should in God's divine timing, and I'm so grateful for that. I just thank God for getting me out of my own way. I'm grateful to God for moving me out of my way, my own way. There were situations happening the month before, and I've been feeling a shifting, and I was trying to figure out the best way to help it, assist it, I guess. And I knew that it wasn't going to be me. I knew God was going to align something that will make it happen. But I had got a phone call, and as I was talking, things were being confirmed. And it brought me to tears. I'm like, this is it. It's coming. This is how God's going to work it out. And while I was in that conversation, something got said that I knew it was not God. Because God wouldn't give his glory to anybody else. They tried to take credit. And I needed to hear that. Like, that was the thing that made me know it was a counterfeit situation. And I had been praying to God, asking God, like, give me discernment to know that it's you. That it's you over the counterfeit. Because whenever God is trying to show up, know that the counterfeit, the enemy think he's slick. He will always show up with a counterfeit in alignment with what God is doing for you to choose the wrong thing. And a lot of times it'll be because we're trying to move too quickly. We'll try to move past God. We'll feel the opportunity, we'll feel the shift happening, and then we try to put our hands on it and try to make it happen. And when that conversation was happening, I felt confirmation. I'm like, okay, God, like I see you moving here on earth, you know. And as soon as that was said, I had to start winding myself out the conversation. Now, I didn't do anything blatant or, you know, make them aware or just start being like you the counterfeit. But I did start winding out the conversation. And I just said I had to sit with God on it. I knew that I was moving. And so that in that conversation, had I chose that would have been me moving in my strength. Me moving with somebody that was trying to take the glory from God. And that was the first thing in my mind. I'm like, you didn't do this. God is going to do it. God is going to do it. And that was the thing that confirmed to me, like, this ain't it. This ain't it. That's what my discernment hit in and was like, okay, yeah, you need to wait a little longer. And with me coming here and being literally out of my own, like I feel like I'm literally sitting outside of my life right now, and I have to just wait on what God's gonna do. I felt the shift, and I know God's hand is moving in my life right now. That things are going to be different when I go home, and things are happening, trying to distract me, trying to get me off focus, trying to get me doing things out of the will of God, and I refuse. I refuse to move outside the will of God. So I'm so glad. God knows His children. God knows His children. I've been feeling the angst about it. I've just been feeling like like the double dutch trying to jump in the rope. And it's just not my time. It just has not been my time. So God divinely aligned it so I would be sitting down, literally sitting down out of the way when He was shifting things, because God is going to do it. It's something supernatural. God's moving in a supernatural way that there will be no explanation, but it was God. And I've been telling y'all that, like, God moving it away from me, that there ain't gonna be nothing nobody can say, but that was God. That was God. That was God. And, you know, we just imperfect beings. So, of course, like, I'm like, I'm trying to sit on my hands and just stay out the way, but Lord help me with survival mode. That's what it is. That's all it is that survival mode kicking back in. Like, you can figure it out. You got you more than anybody else got you, and I don't. God got me so strong. God got me. God got me. God got me. God got me. And I have to just sit and trust in that, believe in that, move in that, and not set up a situation that what God is trying to do can be tainted. I do not want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it to be in a situation where I allow somebody in to taint what God is doing. And God knows. God sees it all. God knows it all. So He is getting ahead of me and showing me things that I wasn't able to see before, that I wasn't able to hear or discern before, that I wasn't able to move around before, that I felt that I needed to check it on my own instead of turning it over to surrendering it to God. God has been working on me, and I've been praying like, Lord, keep me malleable so you can cultivate me into exactly who you're trying to make me to be, who you intended for me to be, who you know when you put me in my mother's womb I was going to be. Like, just praying that I get out of my own way, that flesh gets out of the way of the hand of God. And that I be everything. I just want to be everything God wants me to be. Whatever that takes. Whoever that has to move. Wherever I have to be. However I have to change. And I just thank God for the opportunity to be of service. To be used. To be loved fully by God. Okay, confirmation. God knows what I deserve. God knows what you deserve. I love y'all.